Hello again, everyone. Age of Dune here, and we're back with another League of Legends Shoutcast. It's been about a week since I last did my last one because I went on vacation and it was great. But now I'm back, and we're here to record. So this particular game, I actually came in to go ahead and cast a Gleeb game because while I was on vacation, horrible news, at least for Gleeb, and honestly for me, happened. Gleeb is no longer starting player for TSM. He is now just pretty much going to be a streamer from what he says. And instead, he's been replaced by Lust Boy. And honestly, I guess really for TSM, that it probably is a better move. I mean, Lust Boy is almost definitely going to be a stronger player and everything. But I don't know. I just kind of feel like Gleeb didn't get the opportunity to improve. He was massively improving as the season went by, and I don't know, it just feels like he got cut too short. So it is good for TSM, I guess. It feels kind of wrong, you know? But on the plus side, this should still be a pretty interesting game. We've got Double Lift here. We've got a Lucian mid, which from what I understand is actually really popular right now. After his buffs in the last patch, the people were like, oh, it's terrible nerfs, he's going to be dead. No, he's actually pretty strong now from what I hear. And they were actually kind of expecting to see Lucian mid in the LCS, but he was banned. Always banned. So that was not going to happen. But either way, I figure seeing Double Lift in here, Gleeb, and then of course TNC no Akuma here on Katarina. Definitely one of his trademarks. This should definitely be a fairly interesting game. Looks like the Maokai here is possibly setting up for an early red invade. I'm not 100% certain as he's not laid any traps down. No, actually he got Arcane Smash first. I always thought with Maokai, when you are jungling, you go ahead and grab the saplings first and then set up a huge trap there, you know, have 4 or 5 saplings ready, and then that takes out a huge chunk of it. But I guess that's not how it is either. I don't know if that's not how it is anymore or just that's not how he does it. I'm not sure which one it is, but he's going there for that red buff. I don't think these people know, so they might end up being somewhat surprised. Jace versus Shyvana, definitely not going good well for Shyvana down here. She just lost over half of her life there, and she also just got deprived of a little bit of XP. Nothing too big. I think she lost 1 minion, which is not really a huge deal. But the fact that she is at half health, that is a pretty big deal there. Maokai did manage to go ahead and secure that red buff. Eve did not know, as we see her currently heading up there to go get her own red buff. So that is definitely something we'll have to keep in mind. Maokai's now headed there, and he is going for his blue buff. She knows it now. I think she just cleaned it out. And she appears to be headed down to go ahead and steal his blue. If he's not careful, this may end up getting grabbed. Okay, there we go. She goes ahead and smites one of the little guys. Doesn't really matter, though. He got the big one, and that's really the important thing. He didn't get the little guy, which means that he did not get level 3. So that is a little bit of something, but honestly, I don't think he would have gotten level 3 anyway because he didn't get a jungle camp in between. So really, I don't think he was deprived of that much altogether. It's going to be great for him. He's going to get the triple buff there. And she's going to get pretty much nothing. That definitely sucks for her. She does at least have her blue, which is very important. Oh, wow. Yeah. Lucian doing a lot of damage there to Katarina. Katarina's not having a good time. Not really too surprised. I mean, it's Lucian. He's a big bully early game. Shyvana also being bullied a bit here. But that's for the opposite team. So we've got two lanes here that have bullies. And we'll have to see which one ends up going better. One thing about it is that this team, this blue team, is really, really heavy AD. Jace actually goes down here, yeah? Yeah, first blood goes to the Jace, but Shyvana gets a kill back due to the fact that he took so many tower shots. And she survived for slightly longer. Oh! Nicely played there by the Lucian, managing to get that Evelyn. Yeah, had she managed to survive for slightly longer, he actually would have gone down without managing to get that first blood, which would not have been good for him. Didn't end up happening though, so it's all just speculation. Down to the bot lane, Double Lift versus this I Am Not Sorry. We definitely looks like the Double Lift and JG Laughter team. Definitely doing a little bit better here so far. Not really too surprising. This team's definitely a bit better on harass than is this team. Although Ezreal with his Qs is pretty decent as harass, but honestly, I think Tristan is probably a little bit better. So let's go ahead. Oh wow, a little bit of a back and forth there again. They're both pretty low, but of course Lucian does have that massively long ranged harass, and Katarina does not. Evelyn seems to be coming around again, possibly wanting to go for this. And we'll see if that actually ends up happening this time. Lucian is very overextended here. There we go. Katarina goes in. They are going in on Lucian. Lucian manages to secure the kill on Katarina before dying himself, though. So that gank did not really go as planned. Katarina was a little too low to go in that close there. And she ended up paying the price for it. Alright, we'll go ahead and put everybody in order here. We've got the Shyvana, played by Urek Mazino, with a 0. Versus the Jace, played by Inarox. The mid lanes, we've got Lucian, played by Arthalon, versus Katarina, played by TSM Akuma. Ooh, we've got a gank coming down here from Evelyn going in. The stun comes out onto that Janna. There we go. In comes the Evelyn. Brahm's getting pretty low. Gleeb going to be forced to back away. They did some decent damage there, but they did not get any kill. I do believe they got a flash, though, yes? Yeah, they got flash and exhaust from Janna there, and they got the heal from Double Lift. So 3 summoners blown. And yeah, that's definitely not a bad thing at all. Not at all. The Ezreal still has his heal, and of course, Gleeb still has his flash. On the minus side, Gleeb is forced to go back at this time. So that will actually tilt that a little bit in their favor. Gank coming in here. We'll see how it ends up going, though. And actually, Maokai took a lot of damage there from the Jace, but Jace is not going to be able to secure that. He's going to go down. Oh man, Maokai forced a flash though, because otherwise one more hit would have finished him off. But he did get the flash off, and he is actually going to live. So that is actually a kill in the favor of that Shyvana, and we've got another gank coming in here on the Lucian. And in goes the Katarina as well. Lucian, oh, the ulti goes the wrong direction. And he was not able to finish that off. Tensei no Akuma is now 6, just used his ulti though, so he does not have that available, but he still has a massive health lead on the Lucian at the moment. So that's definitely good news for him. He's going to be able to do a little bit more bullying of his own now. At least for right now. Just because of that health lead. Potions have been popped though. So that's going to be negated over time. Alright, MIA ping here. Double Lift and JG Laughter have actually pressed this back up to the tower. Ezreal's having a pretty rough time of it. Not really too surprising. I don't know. I feel like Ezreal's somewhat weak at the moment. And it does kind of show here a little bit. Ooh. Where was that? And how? Wow, okay. Looks like Evelyn was going for the red buff here. She's already really low. In comes Maokai, says hello. And yeah, that is a dead Evelyn. Just pretty much instantaneously. Going for that. She warded here. Did not ward here, so she had no idea he was coming. And with the fact that she went into that bush there and actually pulled it out of that bush, I believe she did so to go ahead and try to zone from the little minions. But by doing so, of course, it did put her pretty much right into Maokai's path. And she was not able to get out of that with her life. And now she's going to lose her blue buff as well, unless she can get here fast. But I kind of doubt it. Also, the fact that she is now 5 and Maokai is 7. Really not looking good for her. Gleeb comes in, though. Going to go ahead and land that passive. And the stun is not going to come out onto Maokai. Maokai will be able to escape this. And that is terrible news there for the red team. Both buffs have been lost. This Evelyn's getting neither one. That's really bad. Wait, how did that happen? I was even there and I didn't see it. Was it just her dot? Oh, okay. There it was. Yeah, it was her dot. He was just walking around, and he's dead. But he has heal. Okay. Well, whatever. Either way, the guy's dead. He has heal. He could have saved himself, but I guess he didn't really notice the fact that that was going on. So he ended up dying. And in the meantime, Lucian was able to bully down this tower here. Jace is having a pretty good time up top, continuing to bully the Shyvana, but thanks to those kills, he's not able to do nearly as much as he would really like. And so far his lane is the only one that is not completely lost. But Mayokai's doing his best to make sure that that does not end up being the case for too much longer. We'll have to see, though, because Katarina, of course, late game, she can come back and just completely dominate the field. And we kind of see her coming around here to possibly go for a gank onto Shyvana here. Shyvana's getting really low. Katarina is coming in. Jace is going in as well. There they go. They go in they go. And, yeah, Katarina's able to secure that kill onto Shyvana pretty much right off the bat. She's going to get to safety. Lucian and Mayokai come in. Jace is actually a little bit dangerous here. But he should be able to get out of this. There we go. The slow comes out from the Evelyn with her ulti there. And they're going to be able to escape this with no problem at all. Lucian actually is trying to chase down the Jace. Not going to end up happening, though. Jace is going to escape. Gleeb's just kind of chilling in the enemy jungle. Places down a pink ward here. That's not something they're going to see. And there is an on-the-way ping from the blue team. Looks like somebody wants a dragon. There you go. Jace heads back. He does have teleport, but I kind of doubt he'll go ahead and teleport to this. Oh, he actually is. And in the meantime, we've got a gank coming in down here on Mayokai. Mayokai only took about half damage, but he did not end up going down. There we go. Jace is going for Lucian. Gotta watch out, though. That Lucian is pretty darn dangerous as he's 2-1-1 with 80 CS. You don't want to fight that. You do not want to fight that. And do keep in mind that because of that teleport, his teleport is down, where Shyvana's is up. Shyvana's already down there, and she's going for the dragon. Down goes the Lucian, though, so that is good news there for the Jace. And he's going to be able to secure this. He is there. His team is losing this dragon, so that's definitely not a good thing. But he did go ahead and shut down that Lucian, which is honestly a very big thing, because that Lucian was getting more and more dangerous as time went by. But we'll go ahead and continue with this. We've got Tristana played by Doublelift versus I Am Not Sorry playing the Ezreal. The supports, we've got Janna played by JG Laughter against Gleeb playing Braum. And then finally we've got Ganked from Above playing the Evelyn and Mayokai played by Bearsy. Amusingly, I think every gank from this Evelyn on mid lane has actually come from above and below at the same time. Always came from this lane though. Coincidence, of course. Anyway, down in the bot lane, these guys are actually surprisingly far out there. Ezreal gets shoved back by that ulti from Janna, and he's going to end up going down. He got popped up as well. Braum is trying his best to escape. He does not have flash, but he is going to be able to jump to the Katarina with no problem. But yeah, they were definitely way out of position there, and Janna was able to come in behind and use her ulti to just shove them further out of position. It separated them, and it put Ezreal into a really dangerous position. Again, he did not use heal. In this case, I actually approve of that, because obviously the heal this time would not have been enough to save him. That other time it would have. Got another gank coming in here onto Shyvana. She's going to jump out, get slow though. The flash comes out from Evelyn, and she's getting really low. In comes Mayokai. She's going to go down to Jace. Will these guys be able to escape? I believe so. There's the speed gate there from the Jace. Mayokai's still chasing though. And out comes the sapling. Not going to land. He's still trying to go for this. Braum and Katarina are both on their way up, and he's about to get caught. There we go. They're going in on him now. He puts down the ulti, but I'd say he is dead here. He's going to go down. Just kidding. No, he's going to go down. He's got to go down. Yeah, he goes down to Katarina. Katarina going to go down, though. She actually goes down to the Janna. Braum's now trying to escape. Tristana jumps in, manages to go get a double kill there, and Lucian's able to secure the kill on Evelyn. So that ended up going pretty poorly there for the red team. For a little while, I thought it was not going to go that way, but these guys followed up. Tristana, Lucian, and Janna all followed through, and ended up turning it from a, I believe, 2-for-1 into, yeah, a 4-for-1, a 4-for-2. So nicely played there by the blue team. Just really sticking together here. This pink ward from Gleeb is still hanging around down here. Very nice ward. Ezreal is currently 95 CS to 133 for Tristana. That is not at all what you want to see. Did I mention Bearsy? I'm pretty sure I said it was Bearsy. Yes. Another pink ward there. Picking up their blue team was not taken out by the blue team. They're going for this blue buff. I think they're going to be able to get it, but these guys are actually coming around to flank here. The ward goes out. Yeah, they're still going to be able to escape this with no problem, though. Red team was slightly too slow, not able to get into position, and Evelyn is now stuck with the little guys here again. She's having a pretty rough time. She's currently 8 versus a level 9 Maokai. She's caught up some, but nowhere near as much as she would like, because you got to keep in mind that as levels go higher, it takes a little longer to get to the next level. But it looks like we had a Tristana kill onto Jace here. He jumped in. That's what happened there. He shoves her back, but Tristana is just way too dangerous now. She's already got her IE. She's working on... My guess would be Phantom Dancer, but I'm not 100% certain about that. Pretty sure, but not 100%. But yeah, she is super deadly with that Infinity Edge, and he really had nothing he could do. He'd already used some of his damage, actually a lot of his damage there, onto the minions, just trying to clear out the wave, and that ended up getting him killed there. In comes the Evelyn going in for this Lucian. Lucian forced to flash. Katarina's trying her best, not able to get into range though. Gleeb's coming in. He's actually got a really good line here. If he chooses to use that ult, instead he goes and uses the Q onto Maokai. Maokai should be able to get out of this though. He will indeed get out of this. In the meantime, Tristana was able to take down that top tower, and they are just continuing to shove forward with their advantage here. And they're really capitalizing on it. They're going for the objectives, and they're really making it worth it. Jace is hanging out inside the base, not really able to safely get out. And yeah, it's really not looking good for them at all. Dragon's up in a minute 30. I was actually just checking there to see if the jungle timers showed up in spectator. They do not, at least not that I have seen. Right, a couple wards there. And these guys are just still continuing, just keeping the waves shoved out a little, trying to make sure that they don't get the tower. There is a pretty big wave here, and that's going for this tower. Not really going to do too much damage, but yeah, we do indeed see a reaction there from the blue team. Headed up there to probably go ahead and try to do some damage. And of course, Jace was on the way up there to shove it back as well. This dragon, again, is up in 50 seconds. Lucian is caught out. He is in trouble. He's going to try to get out of this, but I don't think it's going to happen. There's his ulti. Out comes the Ezreal ulti. One more hit. There we go. Katarina jumps in for the kill, and that is a dead Lucian. That is great news for the red team if this Jace survives, especially if he takes down Maokai. Maokai's getting really low. One more shot will kill this Maokai. Nice save there. But, oh, by the way, Evelyn, that is a dead Maokai. Janna's going down as well. Shyvana's in the back, managed to take down that Katarina. Now she's against Gleeb. Gleeb may end up going down. Nope, just kidding. Gleeb ends up taking her down. Janna is the only one left up here. Tristana's shoving bot. But that is a pretty good turnaround here by the red team. And it's just in time for Dragon to spawn. On the minus side, they're not going to be able to do Dragon because they are way too low. But they are going to be able to get this top tower down. With the Evelyn and Jace here, they're going to burst this down really quickly and then go ahead and head back to heal. Braum and Ezreal going in onto this Tristana, double trying his best to escape. He should be able to escape this. Indeed, he will. And there is the ping from the blue team onto that dragon. Red team needs to get there as soon as possible. They just went back, so it's going to be hard for them to get there in time. And Tristana may be able to solo this by himself. Nicely played by Doublelift there, getting into position and going for that dragon. Maokai comes into play. And yeah, this is going to be a free dragon there for the blue team. It was nicely played up top there by the red team, but I think they probably overstayed their welcome by a little. Had they headed to dragon slightly sooner, they probably could have gotten that for free. And that would have been really good. That top tower would have gone down within another couple pushes. So honestly, I believe, in my opinion, it would have been better to go for the dragon. But at the same time, they were pretty low. I guess they figured they wouldn't have been able to do it because they would have had to go back and heal, and by that time, they would have been up. So, I don't know. I guess they figured in this case that the best thing they could do was to go for that. Shyvana got slowed there. Taking a little bit of damage, but nothing too big as it is Shyvana. She's pretty darn tanky. Massive... Oh, all members of both teams are actually here. There we go. They're going in on the Jace. Jace is getting pretty low. Braum comes in to go ahead and shield that. But not able to do too much. Shyvana jumps in. Jace is actually on the back line doing some damage, but down goes both Braum and Evelyn. Jace goes down as well now, and Ezreal melts down as well. Katarina is the only one standing, and that is terrible news there for the red team, as they had a pretty big fight there, and they ended up losing out on it. The Janna ulti here sticking around to heal up his team, let them tank that tower as long as possible, followed immediately after by a shield on Maokai. Not enough to save him though. He actually ended up going down, oddly enough. And that means that we actually have a 4 versus 5 power play for the moment, as the red team has just respawned. I don't think they're going to be able to capitalize on it. I don't think they're going to be able to do much of anything about it. They may be able to secure their buffs, but I mean, they're not going to be able to get Baron, because Maokai's coming up now. And honestly, it's going to be hard for them to do much of anything. There we go. They're going in. It looks like they're actually going to go for a fight in the jungle. And it's not really going their way. Gleeb getting low. The ulti there from Shyvana able to go ahead and knock Katarina out of her ult. But she still ended up going down. Or taking him down. But Tristana coming in doing a lot of damage. Down goes Ezreal. She's going to jump in again. Goes for that Shyvana. She is just taking everyone down. Down goes... Nope. Jace is going to survive this. But... the Janna was able to finish off the Katarina. That was a huge amount of damage from these guys, and they just ripped those guys apart. It was a 4 versus 5, and it went really well into that blue team's favor. And now we see Maokai going for the Baron here, as he knows it's completely safe. The enemy team's not going to be able to do much of anything. Evelyn's still level 10 versus a level 11 Maokai. Still only a level behind, so she's been keeping up respectably. But honestly, having a pretty hard time of it. And these guys are going for that free Baron here. Tower goes down bottom. And yeah, they're going to get this. Tristana's able to go ahead and just blink it from outside, so she's not able to have to worry about anything. And down goes that Baron. Honestly, I think this game's probably pretty much over. It's just, how long will it take the blue team to close it out? I don't think it'll take too long now that they have the Baron, but we'll have to see. I mean, it is solo queue, and stuff happens. Stuff happens, and random things just completely change games around when you don't expect it. This is not that sort of thing, though. Evelyn dying to Lucian is exactly how you don't want to turn a game around. So, nicely played there by the Lucian, though, coming in, going in and just securing that kill on her, and just putting it back into a 4 versus 5 in their favor. But for the moment, the blue team seems content to just go ahead and shove all the lanes. Mid lane is already shoving, of course, thanks to the super minions. And they are shoving mid pretty hard, or bot pretty hard there for the moment. Let's go ahead and try to get that inhib turret down here as well. Evelyn is going to be up before they end up coming up. But honestly, she's been having a really tough time. She's really squishy. And anytime she goes out and tries to do much of anything, she dies. And there we go, out comes that ulti there from Lucian, shoving this back. And they're going for this tower. It's gonna go down. Yes, it does go down. Maokai goes in. They burst down Tensei no Akuma. Double Lift gets another kill there onto Evelyn. And in the meantime, Jace went down as well. And that is probably gonna be the game. Ezreal's still alive. Gleeb is still alive, but that is it so far. They are shoving this forward now. They're going for those Nexus turrets. Ezreal's doing his best. Down goes the Lucian. So that's something at least. But in the meantime, of course, the blue team is just continuing to burst down the enemy. Everything. All their buildings. Ezreal forced to arcane shift out of this. Goes down to double lift anyway. That is a legendary double lift. And that is a game. Boom. Nicely played. So... that's definitely unfortunate. Again, I'm kind of sad to see Gleeb go, but, you know, we'll see. Maybe, I would imagine it will be better for TSM. I'm just sad. So, we'll have to see what ends up happening, though. But that is going to be the end of this game, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys next time. Have a good night. Where's my end game button? Anyway, bye.